Down on the inside is the 44 of Josh Kerr and Kate Barnes. Piling off as he does so methodically as Blake Cox. Darren Treloar circles back. Blake does the work that he has to do for the 11-time Australian champion. Thank you very much. Looking for a 12th in a couple of weeks' time in Tamworth. And Steve Fowler for Salisbury Mechanical, where you can get $30 off your next service. And Jeremy Sherwood, they line the Neptune machine up and we're ready. We've got them locked and loaded for the first time. 24-25, Sidecar Masters are away. Fowler, I thought he was going to be in all sorts of trouble there, but stayed out of it somehow. Look at this. Through the inside is Trent Headland. Side by side. Treloar on the outside. Headland on the inside. Treloar will try and switch back on him if he can. Dives up on the inside. There's an Australian Championship at stake here. Is there? No, but one would think so. Picked up the moon last week. The tribute there. Well done indeed. Can he pick the Masters up here tonight? Trent Headland ready hot to shoot. Who comes to Chookman? He's throwing everything out he can, but gone a little high and wide and sideways. It's costing him a lot. But it's Treloar and Cox who are your leaders, and they're holding out Headland and Rayner at the moment and doing a good job of it as Darren Treloar shows his mastery at this sport. You've got to be good to take it on. Darren Treloar gets the first 3 points tonight, and I'll tell you what, Trent Headland home in second. Third across the line will be Steve Fowler. Lumberg Hotel, Red Indy Farms, a whole lot of people getting on behind Bundy. Josh Pascoe and Greg Black still looking for a number of people to help him out if they can, and he gets a good start this time as well. He'll lead them through that first turn. Back straight, and they're all bunched up. In fact, I tell you what, Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe got through nice and cleanly there. They're three wide behind him. Here comes Bundy. He's up in the second. Housen Commons have been outsmarted here, and I didn't expect to see that so quickly in the evening. Trouble for Josh Pascoe. He's gone to the infield, which is pretty sad to see, the Riverlander. Here comes the red helmet of Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe. He's under attack. Bundy's trying to push him if he can. Brian Silvey on the handlebars there, but he's got Housen Commons coming at him. He'll dive up on the inside, had to back on out of it. It's still the red helmet of Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe that is just ahead at this time. 15.02 or 15.09 for Bundy. Here comes Housen Commons again. If they can square it up early and sneak up on the inside, but the gate gets shut on them. Leader is still the red helmet of Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe, and they'll get their first win tonight. Bundy will get second. Housen Commons will get third. Shane Rudliff and Scott Morris. Scotty doing the stretches earlier. He said, if I didn't do this trip, I wouldn't be able to move. He's doing all right. It's not that old. Willie Walker and Liam Sherwood came out of the reserves when Shane Hudson and Jack Spear weren't able to be here. Right out on the outside is Borden Kazorki. Beautifully presented, as always, the Morden Racing Machine for Lion King. Well, we get away nice and cleanly. Rudliff sort of crossed over that inside line. Not too sure what will happen there. We're still green, and it looks to be Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan who will come around, and they'll lead them over the line. Shane Rudliff and Scotty Morris still hanging on a second, trying to make their way forward if they can. Morden's out wide as well. They're struggling with wind perhaps as they come onto the front straight once again. Menadue, Rudliff, Morden and Walker over the line. The quick time of 14.888 for the man out front. He is hungry tonight, and that thing of Morden is absolutely screaming as they come across the line for one circulation of Gilman in Heat 3 of the Sidecar Masters on a windy Saturday night in South Australia. And it's going to be Kim Menadue, 3 points. Second will be Shane Rudliff. Third across the line will be Morden, but only just. Third, I should say. And fourth, with smoke piling out the bike, is Willie Walker. In comes the Farrell Transport machine. Locked in. Can't get out now. Lethbridge, Fleet and Playstead. They'll be keen to go. Oh, he held it for a bit longer, and Fleet's got problems with the machine straight up. Will it fire up? No, I reckon he'll have to get it out the way. Yes, it has fired, but geez, way out of it. That's going to give a straight run for Justin Plaisted and Damien Egan. Here comes Lethbridge as well. Will he be able to run him down? I don't think he's going to be able to. He sounds a little bit off the pace. And Plaisted just using this now to test the bike, how high he can go and how fast he can wind it up on this Gilman track as he comes across the line. Give you a time of 15.113 against a 16.200 of Lethbridge and Simmons. Through comes the BMW, not behaving well. One lap to travel to Justin Plaisted and Damien Egan. And as I say, he's using that high line of the racetrack and winds it on down that back straight right in front of you into turn 3 and 4 onto the front straight once again. And 3 points goes in the bank. Wasn't super quick though. Wayne Lethbridge will get second. And is Fleet still mobile? No, he's parked up on the infield. Time comes in at 63. In comes Rudliff, Shane Rudliff and Scott Morris. They'll be at the title. Steve Fowler and Jeremy Sherwood. The Salisbury Mechanical. Get your car service there, $30 you'll save. Howes and Commons on the outside. They all get squeezed down nicely, and it looks like Stephen Fowler will take the lead and lead him down the back straight. His machine has stopped in front of everybody, and Shane Rudliff has run into the back of him. So Steve Fowler's machine let him down, whether it got locked up or what happened, he missed the gear, or whatever it was. Of course, Wayne Rudliff had nowhere to go, and he's ploughed into the back of him. Wow. Chain. Bloody chains come off, says Jeremy. And they bring it into line. Mildura Plaza looking after him. Terrific. Down on the inside, Wayne Lethbridge and Grant Simmons. Shane Rudliff and Scotty Morris for take 2 on the 15 machine, looking superb. Pertek, he gets a better start this time and lifts into the sky. That's going to allow Housing Commons an opportunity to put some pressure on. No. Didn't get in there as quickly as they needed to, and Shane Rudliff and Scotty Morris will hold the lead. But they are coming under attack now from Housing Commons. No big challenge there for Shane Rudliff and Scott Morris. Are in control. Max Howes and Riley Commons now coming at him. A little closer, but not able to get right into him. 15.0 is the time that time. They're side by side onto the back straight. And it will be Housing Commons that take over the lead from Rudliff and Morris. The fight back continues. As Shane says to have a go, gets down on the inside, unable to do so. And it's the yellow helmet of Max Howes and Riley Commons that is hanging on to the lead at the moment. Up on the inside goes Rudliff, but he's not going to be able to do anything about it. And it's Housing Commons that will pick up the points. Second will be Rudliff. Third will be Lethbridge, and the time will come in at 62.617. 62.617. VRM, Metro Air, if you need air conditioning, just Google them all. Give them some help. So Josh Pascoe and Greg Black to put in some solo laps. And they are looking to just get as many laps and seat time as they can get on this machine. He's got plenty of experience with the man on the back, that is for sure. Josh Pascoe, of course, came out of the Riverland. I think this is his second full season, and he's only ever wanted to go racing sidecars, so he's living his dream out there at the moment and learning the art. And it is an art, there's no doubt about that. You don't just get off a dirt bike and get onto one of these. And he's doing it very ably, actually. Doing a good job right on the rev limiter there. Mid part of the racetrack, getting plenty of drive. Very, very smooth through there. You whip the throttle open, you're in trouble. As they bash on down the back straight. And he'll be happy with this run. He'll be very happy with it. Scores points and a time of 63.168, so he's on coach. Sylvie and Zavorski, here they come. We see Byron and Jared are in line. Morden Racing, the 129. On the outside, the BMW of Nathan Fleet and Jason Morden. Here we go. Line them up. Tapes are ready. Officials walk back. And we are go. Trent Headland gets a good start. So too does Byron Morden. Trent Headland will hang on to it at the moment. Keep an eye on Brian Sylvie and Glenn Zaworski. He's gone with him. Morden's gone wide. That's going to allow Fleet to drive in underneath him, but it's all Trent Headland and Jackson Rayner using the mid part of the racetrack. But here comes Nathan Fleet with the BMW up on the inside. Can he outsmart him down the back straight? No. Trent Headland's got it all sorted out there with Jackson Rayner starting to gel with him now. Getting his weight where he wants it. He would have had a bit of a discussion out in the pits, I'm sure. Here comes Nathan Fleet and Jason Morden. They're hanging on to second. The BMW going well. He's actually putting on a nice demonstration of position as he tries to come through. Third at the moment is the yellow helmet of Nathan Fleet and Jason Morden. Brian Sylvie and Glenn Zaworski is the one I should be talking about. Idiot Trevor, not having a good night tonight. Headland, Sylvie, 1 and 2. Then it's Fleet and Morden, and I'll get my eyes tested later. Will the weather hold off long enough for us to get at least heat 9 done? Max Hausen, Riley Commons revs out, and it's go. Nathan Fleet dumps down on the lower line if he can. He'll try and hold Josh Kerr out if he can, and does exactly that. So come onto the front straight once again. Hausen Commons, Fleet holding on to second. Something's running really sadly out there. I think it's the BMW. It has not behaved for a while, that bike. Has some problems. Through comes Max Hausen, Riley Commons. Now it seems to be back on song for Nathan Fleet, Jason Morden. Leaders coming onto the front straight, handling conditions very well. One to travel for Hausen Commons. Have to be contenders for the Australian Championship in Tamworth this month. Winds the throttle open onto the front straight. Hausen Commons, another 3 points. Looks like the 44 of Josh Kerr will get second, and third will be Nathan Fleet. Something's not right with that machine. Out of blue, calmly into place. Stephen Fowler and Jeremy Sherwood for the Salisbury Mechanical. Over there in Park Terrace in Salisbury. Chicar service save $30. Here we go. Whoa, bit of a slippery old start there. Hobbs will get the better of it. Here comes Fowler up on the inside. Can't get the job done. Had the back one out of it. Byron Morden in all sorts of trouble out the back trying to recover. Hits the mid part of the racetrack. Oh, Fowler's gone in hard and fast. And I reckon he's run infield. And I'm seeing a exclusion light on, which is the yellow exclusion light. So he tried to rescue it, ended up infield. So the yellow helmet cutter is not being scored now. But he'll just keep going because he needs to get as many laps as he can. Wow, big dive around the outside there by Byron, Morden and Jared, but unable to make any difference. And the man out front just calmly getting on with it, and he's one of the calmest guys you could wish to talk to. Back straight, Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe as he brings the 970 onto the front straight and picks up another 3 points. Fowler's excluded, so Byron and Jared will get second. All right, we're ready to go. I used to like you. Sylvie, Manitou, Lethbridge, ready to go. And it is go, and I tell you what, Bundy sort of missed that a little bit, but I had to take a second or third stab at the clutch, but all is good. Leader out the front is Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan. He's cleared out on him. Sylvie get on the inside line, okay. Lethbridge way out the back. Possibly a little nervous about the track conditions, but they look all right from our angle. And no problems for Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan either. Working the track well, using a little more of the racetrack than normal. Gets down nice and tight. There's Shane Dolan. And looks good. Back straight they run. One to travel when they come to the line this time. The Sidecar Masters, Heat 11. Kim Energy and Shane Dolan well ahead of Sylvie and Zaworski as the tailenders in Lethbridge and Simmons come by. Back straight, no challenge there at the moment. It's all Kim Energy, Shane Dolan. Brian Sylvie and Glenn Zaworski will get second. Third home still coming out of turn 4 now is Wayne Lethbridge and Grant Simmons, and the time is 62.507. 62.507. Shane Radcliffe and Scott Morris has calmly come to the line. Scotty's done his little bit. All is good. Pertec. Joy line marking. And on the outside is Josh Pascoe and Greg Black. Pop Dogler and Wakery, I think, or somewhere around there. And Lee's spot on looking after Justin Plaisted and Damien Egan. We are go on a racetrack, almost coming together. Headland's had to go wide. That's allowed Pascoe to slip up into second place. Leader at the moment is Justin Plaisted and Damien Egan. Down on the low line they all go, trying to keep it down as low as they can. And I'll tell you what, Josh Pascoe is putting on a good match here. He's in between a couple of Aussie champions, by the way. And he is holding his own. Trent Headland trying to find his way underneath him. He'll get there this time. Or will he? No, he doesn't. He gets squeezed back down. He'll get squeezed down yet again. Justin Plaisted's cleared out on him. And it looks like Pascoe's going to try and dive back underneath Trent Headland and Jackson Rayner. Justin Plaisted and Damien Egan are holding their own. They use a little more of the racetrack of winding the power on across the line. Working it well with about just over half a lap to go. Here comes Pascoe up on the inside of Headland. Puts the pressure straight onto him. Great riding there just to take that guy on. I tell you, you're a brave man. Plaisted will get it. Headland will get second. Josh Pascoe will get third, and fourth to Shane Radcliffe. Byron Mordaunt Racing. The Mitch chassis machine ready to go, the 129. Locked in also is Josh Pascoe and Greg Black, the Riverlanders. And Wayne Lethbridge and Grant Simmons out of the White Gate. Pascoe gets a good start. Mordaunt does too, he goes with him. Here comes Josh Kerr. He's had to back on out of it. Lethbridge is hanging on to third. Leader at the moment, Josh Pascoe and Greg Black. Lucky working the bike nicely. Pascoe looking more and more comfortable on the handlebars as the laps unfold. And Mordaunt trying everything he can with Jared drifting out high and wide. Man, oh man, that's cost him some ground. Well, has he got the drive he was looking for out there? Has he done what was suggested? He's gone in too hot, too heavy. And that will just about take him to the infield, and I would just about imagine an exclusion light to come on. Through comes Pascoe. Mordaunt will be excluded. He's going to the infield. Wayne Lethbridge and Grant Simmons hanging on to second, although they're under attack from Josh Kerr and Kate Barnes. Checkered flag is coming out, and 3 points will go to Josh Pascoe and Greg Black. Second will be Wayne Lethbridge. Third, of course, will be Josh Kerr. And the time is 62.784. Oh, I see an old SAFM sign on there. Sticker. Goodness me. All right, we're locked. We're loaded. We're ready. Plaisted and Egan, the ones to watch out of the blue here for Lee's Spot on Motorcycles. Wow, and they managed to get away. Chook's got away nice and clean. Here comes the two outside. He's the meat and sandwich of two absolute speedsters, Sylvie and Plaisted. Plaisted out wide, Sylvie on the inside. Plaisted looks over to see where he is, cuts it down tight, squeezes him tight, and Sylvie says, no way, I'm going to play back at you, Plaisted, and does exactly that. Puts the pressure straight back on. Plaisted drifts a little wide. Sylvie comes in underneath him. He's not close enough to have a go, but gee, he's bothering him. Great work there, Brian Sylvie and Glenn Zaworski, as they put Plaisted and Egan under a little more pressure. They've been able to pull away this time, but lurking out the back is Steve Fowler, one to travel. This ain't over yet. Brian Sylvie plays it down nice and tight. Plaisted plays the high line. Remember, he tested it early. He knows what he's doing. He powers it down into turn 3, comes into turn 4. Checkered flag is at the ready, and it's going to be Justin Playstead ahead of Brian Sylvie and Stephen Fowler in that order in a time of 63.074. 63.074 is your time. So there it is. Make sure everything fits the way it should. We get them ready. Here we go. Event 34, heat 15. Hobbs gets a good start and will lead him into that first turn. Shane Rudloff slightly missed that. And now he'll try and fire up on the inside. This side by side to turn 3. Onto 4. Gee, I tell you what, that was close, but Hobbs is not letting up. He's getting drive up on the high part of the racetrack. He's just got to keep the power on. Will he cut it down tight to get in underneath of Shane Rudloff and Scott Morris? Not close enough this time. Keeps it a bit tighter this time. They're locked together here as they come across the line. Shane Rudloff, Dean Hobbs. Dean on the lower line this time. This is what I expected him to do last time, and they're side by side. Coming into turn 3. Oh, Shane Rudloff had to take evasive action. Did exactly that. Hobbs has got the lead, and he's opened up half a bite length on him. Into the final turn for turn 3, 1 and 2 for the final time on the third lap is what I'm trying to bloody say. As they come on to the front straight once again, it's going to be Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe who are going to get it over Rudloff. Nice ride there by Hobbs and Lowe. Well done. I'll put the number 1 and 3 points right in alongside it. Shane Rudloff and Scotty Morris fought hard, pick up 2 points time. 63.152. 63.152 is your time. Into line. This is going to be a good race. This will be equal to the last one, but 3 bikes. The Paintmaster. Let's do it. Menadue, Howes and Headland. Oh, a bit of a shake there, but he didn't touch the tapes, but it has upset the start for Trent Headland and Jason Rayner. Now they've got to fight back if they can. Kim Menadue is the one that's on the charge at the moment. He's on the high line, out the back. Howes and Commons, your leaders. And here comes Trent Headland down on the inside. Had to back on out of it. Howes and Commons hold on to it. Now side by side, gee, they could come together there. They are brave, are they, United? Trent Headland takes the lead. Howes and Commons will fight back, and they do so. Take the lead once again. This is what I expected. Kim Menadue and Shane Nolan getting a lesson there at the moment, but it is now Howes and Commons hard at it. Gee, I tell you what, they're brave, these young fellas. They do the job well, and they do it outstanding. Trent Headland can't answer him now. Max Howes and Riley Commons have opened up some ground. Is it going to be enough? The checkered flag is being ready. Trent Headland and Jason Rain will drive in on the inside. Can they do it here? No, they can't. Howes and Commons will get the 3 points. Headland will get second points for second. And then, of course, it'll be Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan in a time of 62.628. 62.628 is your time. Brian Sylvie and Glenn Zaworski on the racetrack. Gee, they've been good tonight too. Kerr, Sylvie and Rudloff in that order across the racetrack from 1 out to 4. Ladies are there to welcome them. Slowly coming around. Got plenty of time up this sleeve at the moment. Kerr will go into that red gate. Rudloff on the outside. He's going to be tough from out there, but gee, Brian Sylvie and Glenn Zaworski have been super quick tonight as well. Kev Joy line marking bike is about to go into place. No gardening required by the look of it. Good stuff. Sylvie's in place. Down on the inside, it's Kerr and Barnes. Here we go. Last chance to get some points. Is everybody locked and loaded and ready to go? Looks like it. Seems to be taking a while. Now we're away. Good start there by each and every, and an outstanding start by Josh Kerr and Kate Barnes. Here comes Sylvie and Zaworski up on the inside. Trouble for Rudloff. something's gone amiss, whether it be a clutch or something has come adrift and he's not going forward, and that's not good. Brian Sylvia and Glenn Zaworski well in control now. Josh Kerr and Kate Barnes chucking everything at it. Remember, they came through as reserves, came into the meeting after Tom Adams and Seth Pascoe had to withdraw. And looks like right on the button for Brian Sylvia and Glenn Zaworski. Working hard behind is Josh Kerr and Kate Barnes. And Shane Rudloff looking for something that's come off the bike. Could be a chain perhaps, not sure. Through they come, one to travel. Sylvia and Zaworski. And they just open right out. Trouble for the bike behind, just not sounding great. And it's going to be Sylvia and Zaworski for 3 points. Rudloff out of it. Kerr will get second for 2. And there's something that's come off the bike. They've gone to look for it. And there it is. As we said, a chain. They don't go forward without a chain. In comes Josh Pascoe and Greg Black for Metro Air Open Constructions. And they're keen. Steve Fowler and Jeremy Sherwood for Salisbury Mechanical are in and loaded, and no one's going anywhere except forward. Fowler comes down on him and getting a good ride out of it on the outside was Josh Pascoe and Greg Black. So Blackie working well, sits up, gets the drive over the back wheel. It's exactly what they were asking for, and he's got the job done. And Pascoe, who leads Menadue across the line. That's nothing to be sneezed at from the young fella. And Kim Menadue trying to fight back. Steve Fowler and Jeremy Sherwood have had one of those topsy-turvy sorts of nights, but they're okay out there at the moment. Leader is still Josh Pascoe and Greg Black, and he's consolidated it there, although that looked a little untidy. But okay, gathered it up, kept it on 3 wheels, that's all you can ask for. One to travel, Kim Menadue now taking a lower line in. Not sure that the driver's there that he's looking for. Gets out a little wider. Almost gets filled in by the bike in front. Josh Pascoe and Blackie, can they hang on to this? Just, they cross the line first. Menadue will get second. Third will be Steve Fowler. The time will be 62.648. And we are here. Lucas Family Racing. And we're ready for signs 1, Playstead and Howes. Going to be who gets the best turn into the first turn. And Playstead it is at the moment. Can Howes and Common do the switch on him? Down the back straight, doesn't look like it. Got filled in, that hurts as they come on to turn 3 and 4. Justin Playstead has opened up half of, or 2 bike lengths on him at the moment. They're both very tight in times as well. Can Howes and Commons square it up early and get the power down? It doesn't look like they've got it in them at the moment. Playstead keeping it nice and tight through turn 3 and 4 onto the front straight. And Spot On Motorcycle is his spot on out there at the moment. And he has opened up a little more ground as they go onto the back straight. Winds the throttle open. You don't wrench it open. You wind it on gently here. And Justin Playstead and Damien Egan are looking in control. They take a higher line in this time. He's trying everything out there to go as quick as he can. He wants to get as much experience on the machine as he can. He can see what he's up to. He is such a methodic rider, and he'll get the job done. Second will be Max Howes and Riley Commons in a time of 62.524. So they're locked in, they're ready. Dean Hobbs and Daniel Logie, they've been good tonight as well. Been a pleasure to watch. Wayne Lethbridge and Grantley Simmons come into line. Hats off to the A and B mechanical machine. Here we go. Sent away for a 4-lap journey. Good start there by Hobbsy down on the inside. Trent Headland got away nicely as well. He's mid-track. Will he be able to squeeze it on? Gets caught up high, rides around the outside. Hobbs takes it to him. He says, no, you're not going to get it that easily. And he hangs on to the lead as they come to the line. He leads the first lap here. Does Dean Hobbs and Dan Lowe. Trent Headland tries to slide up on the inside out of turn 2. Can't do it. And he's just behind at the moment. Can he put the power down on the front straight? Through comes Hobbs. Dan Lowe gets down nice and low, uses his weight where it needs to be. Jackson Rayner does exactly the same thing. Trent Headland opens up the taps, but it's just not getting to the ground the way he wants to. Overdrives it, almost puts it on its side as Dean Hobbs comes by with Daniel Lowe. Nice and smooth and well under control, using the top part of the racetrack. Almost crosses it up, but managed to gather it up nicely, and I think the checkered flag is being unfurled. Dean Hobbs will pick up the 3 points. Second will go to Trent Headland. Third will go to Wayne Lethbridge. 3 points will be valuable. 2 points will be valuable. Time comes in at 63.723. 63.723 is the time recorded. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the last chance to get into the final tonight for the Gilman Masters. Kim Menadue down in the red gate. Brian Silvey in blue. Josh Pascoe has been the surprise performer tonight. He sits there in white, and then Headland on the outside. Menadue gets a ripper of a start. So too does Pascoe. Here comes Trent. Trent trying to find his way up on the inside, but he gets balked there by Pascoe, and Pascoe fires hard at it as well. I see Brian Silvey and Glenn Zaworski. They're on the inside, and Menadue holds the lead, and Trent Headland can't find his way around. Now he pushes his way through and takes over second running. He's out after Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan. They drift a little wide. That could be expensive. Pascoe's gone to the back. Silvey's not happy. I reckon he's thinking he was hard done by there. Headland can't run down Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan. They use all the racetrack they can to try and keep the throttle open, and they're keeping Trent Headland and Jackson Rayner at bay. Battle is on behind them, but it doesn't matter now. One goes through to the final, and it's going to be Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan. Second is Trent Headland and Jackson Rayner. Third will be Silvey, and fourth over the line will be Josh Pascoe and Greg Black. What a race. Time of 63.019, 63.019. Here we go, guys and girls. I hope you're ready for this. The first of the finals for sidecars in 24-25. And I got to tell you, or the semi-finals, I should say. Here they come. The final is here. Justin Playstead, Damien Egan, red. I saw Justin Playstead out here earlier, just having a look, seeing where he's going to place the bike. Great to see Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe coming out of blue. Then Max Howes and Riley Commons. I keep wanting to call them the youngsters. I ain't that young anymore. And Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan on the outside came through the hard way. Who's going to come out on top? The first in anger in South Australia for the 24-25 season. Playstead locks it into place. Hobbs is there. Howes and Commons are ready to play, and Menadue will build it. Here we go. Didn't hold him for long, that's for sure. Playstead gets a good start on him. Howes and Commons are drifted out wide. Menadue and Dolan up there into third, trying to find their way through Hobbs. Hobbs holding on to second, drifts wide. Justin Playstead well ahead. Kim Menadue now on the lower line. Can he get it done from there? Howes and Commons throwing everything at it. Oh, there's a touch on the way through. That's going to allow Howes and Commons to run up. Oh, they've locked it up, and they come together with Dean Hobbs. Dean Hobbs keeps it on line. Everything's right. They're just keeping a good eye, but no one's going to run down Justin Playstead and Damien Egan. They are gone. They are out of here, and they are saying we are the ones to beat today as they cross the line with one to travel. Howes and Commons up on the inside of Kim Menadue and Dolan. They take over that second running. Dean Hobbs out the back watching it unfold. Justin Playstead looking in control. He'll pick it up, no problems at all. Second is going to be Housing Common. Third is going to be Kim Menadue, and fourth across the line will be Dean Hobbs. No, he's parked up. Okay. 62.486. 62.486 is your time. Justin Playstead and Damien Egan ahead of Max Howes and Riley Commons. Third is Kim Menadue and Shane Dolan, and fourth will be Dean Hobbs and Daniel Lowe. Great ride by all four, and that's the first of what I think is going to be some outstanding finals here at Gilman Speedway for 24-25. Amazing stuff. Wouldn't it have been fantastic if we just had just that one more in there? So that is it. Looks like there might be a presentation as well, guys and girls, so we'll jump on down there and get it done. But first over the line, Justin Playstead, Damien Egan. Second, Max Howes and Riley Common. Third, Kim Menadue, Shane Dolan. Fourth over the line, Dean Hobbs and Dan Lowe. Make some noise for them, guys and girls. Yeah, come on, you can make more noise than that. I know you guys from old